What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically, in today's video, we have to talk about the continued consolidation within most of the major cryptocurrencies. You guys can see here on XRP specifically, we did see this small, sudden, and subtle breakout to the upside here that broke us above our major resistance here, and then we immediately consolidated back down. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing just yet that we consolidated back down. It still is implying maybe, potentially, a run back to the upside here if we can use this as a means of support now, this downtrend, instead of a means of resistance here with the possibilities of extending further. But I do have it pulled up and I do have it on BitYard here where we can talk about what exactly is going on. This shows it a little bit better here. But in regards to the way these charts are forming here, it seems still like we're trending outside right now. Maybe we'll be able to adjust the charts in a second here. But regardless, we haven't gotten that answer yet for XRP in regards to which direction we plan on breaking to. So my eyes are peeled on the XRP charts here. Looking at the other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, you can see Ethereum is still consolidating and it seems like it's still consistently using this as a means of bottom support here. We have just continued to trend sideways for most of its days now. And, since February 21st here, we've had day after day after day of consolidation here. Even though we saw some swings to the upside here, we've been trending on this bottom support for a very long time. Bitcoin is in a similar circumstance, although it is in an uptrend here where we're creating higher lows. We just recently got rejected off top resistance here, and this is why we did not buy in, with now what appears to be more or less consolidation inside this, what appears to be an ascending triangle here. And obviously, once we get the definitive answer as to if we break through the moving averages or if we break through this uptrend here, then we'll be buying into the market, so on and so forth. As for the S&P 500, didn't really see much movement yesterday at all, to be honest here. You can see 2 days ago, we saw a pretty substantial reversal back to the upside here, clear rejection off this top resistance. Now that we have pretty much officially broken through this resistance here, you could see we broke through the support. Now it's acting as a resistance. Since breaking through that, there's really, even if we were able to get back above here, there's not much, allowing it to continue to move higher here. So there's a very big chance that very soon we're going to get rejected off this top here, and we are going to see a pretty substantial pullback. That's where my mind's thinking. And I don't think it's going to be like this consolidation move. Even if it is, it's going to send us lower and lower and lower back to February lows. And then I do believe eventually we will be pulling back down to what could be new lows for March, if not new lows for April here, which is where I plan on buying into these coins. Now, more importantly, guys, today's video is brought to us by RAREMINT. As you guys can see, RAREMINT offers authentic real-world sports collectible assets and creates a digital experience of those collectibles through asset-backed NFTs, which we've definitely seen other projects do that here in the past. But there are some really cool asset-backed NFTs offered by RAREMINT, which we do have to talk about, and they do have a pretty unique way of distributing their specific asset-backed NFTs, which is super cool. So more information about RAREMINT will be at the end of today's video, so definitely stay tuned for that. I've also linked RAREMINT down in the description below if you want to check them out earlier. With that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's video. So guys, as you can see, current coin market cap is more or less consolidating. We're up about 1.55%, trading, in between 1.7, 1.8 trillion dollars here on the global market cap. This is a common situation. We, for the most part, have been trending around 1.78, 1.7 to 1.8. Probably for the past couple of months, I'll be honest with you. We've been slowly losing market cap over the past couple of months here, which started in November. We kind of hit a bottom, and we're more or less consolidating now for the past couple of months. You can kind of see what I'm referencing here. We had the big dump that happened from November, pulled us all the way back down. Lowest point was about 34K. And since then, we've been forming what appears to be an ascending fractal here with higher lows, but we've been floating around that $1.78 trillion market cap for quite a long time now, since the beginning or mid to late January of 2022 here. So we have been in a lot of consolidation at this point here. Most of the cryptocurrencies aren't really doing much. If anything, they're down on the weekly charts here and consolidating through the daily charts here. But when we jump into the actual charts for technical analysis, you can see when you want to play things extremely short term in regards to the next possible break or bullish opportunity or even bearish opportunity to buy into these coins and trade here, XRP is definitely one of those that you should be paying attention to, as we do have to adjust this. Like, is this a possibility to just move this slightly? Yeah, I think it is. I'm going to do it. Screw it. Why not? So I did just slightly tweak the resistance, the downtrend for XRP a little bit lower here. It evens out with the top resistance still, and it still acts as a downtrend here. So I still feel comfortable that this is okay. This was definitely a false, buy-in opportunity. It didn't happen. We didn't buy in. I clarified that I wasn't buying in until we get more of a confirmation, because I'm still worried that even if XRP can manage to rally up, it's only going to go as high as maybe the moving average to 80 cents and immediately get rejected and fall back down. Clearly, the bottom, though, acts as more of that better buying opportunity for a short. If we see us close below this, it's almost immediate that we'll probably see a correction back down to 58 cents almost immediately, with much, much, much more volume backed behind it than if we saw a break to the upside here. Regardless, I've managed to adjust the charts and start actually paying more attention to XRP on Bityard's chart, as obviously that's where we're going to be trading this cryptocurrency, but more so as just the chart looks overall better here. You can see where the 99-day and where the 25-day moving averages kind of intertwine here. That's really what we're looking to break through. If we manage to close us above, I'd say 77 cents, yeah, maybe closer to 80 cents here, I would consider buying in with stop loss, with the anticipation that maybe the highest point XRP could swing to, which still has some clearance, 90 to 94 cents here. So even though we're at 77 cents, we can buy in and put a stop loss. There'd be a bigger opportunity for, hey, maybe we consolidate on here, then we continue up. These are possibilities, or we just get rejected off this and correct back down, but we have this room to capitalize off a position or a long position to the upside here, which is what I'm eyeing right now. Regardless, day after day after day of consolidation within XRP is creating a massive symmetrical triangle here with clear lower highs and clear higher lows. And at some point, this is going to burst. You can clearly see, though, how this is forming here. We had lots of uncertainty, big swings of momentum, big swings to the downside of momentum, smaller swings of momentum here. And then we slowly started to consolidate. Now the prices are barely moving here as they're getting intertwined. You can see the big swings that happen within the price. It's very obvious and very clear. Well, at some point, a decision is going to have to be made for XRP, and it has to decide whether A, could break through these moving averages and break us to the upside, or if B, we're going to just easily break through bottom support here with expectations of falling much, much, much lower. That's what we have to pay attention to, and it's going to happen very soon within Bityard and within XRP. So definitely get ready to leverage this cryptocurrency. That's at least what I'm planning on doing. It's totally up to you what you do. You can also sit it out and just do a demo account, which is super cool, where you can trade around completely free. There's no risk, and it's a demo account, so you can actually learn the trades and copy the trades without risking anything. It's just a way to learn the markets, get familiar with Bityard here. So what I plan on doing is, once the position opens up, we either close the daily above or below this uptrend or downtrend here. I plan on putting a market order in with the amount of leverage, typing in the amount that I want, and then clicking long or short depending on the position, the direction that we break, and then creating that short or that stop loss, at the bottom here once the position is live. And that's what I plan on doing for XRP. We've been tracking this for a couple of days now, honestly over a week of this consolidation, which should give us a result very, very, very soon. It's hard to track exactly when that break is going to come here, but we are very close compared to where we were earlier, which had major swings and momentum here. There's a lot less momentum and a lot more uncertainty as to the direction we're going to move to now that we've pretty much found our bottom and found our top here. Now, moving on to the other cryptocurrencies, I definitely think Ethereum is much more difficult to track because it's pretty much just floating. I haven't seen That's an interesting pattern once we take a step back here. I haven't seen ideally the biggest buy-in opportunity just yet. There is what could be this downtrend here. This is actually quite interesting if you ask me. I'm not entirely sure how to track it though. You can see something along the lines of this. I'm not entirely sure. I really don't know. I'm going to delete that. I can leave that for right now, but there is some sort of resistance that clearly is starting to form here. I'm deleting these two as this is unnecessary now. So it's really just how are we going to find these? There seems to be some sort of lower high forming here where prices seem to be rejected, but regardless, Ethereum is just too difficult to track right now, and that's why I'm sitting this one out. Mainly though, I am paying most of my attention to Bitcoin's chart where it's creating higher lows, which is definitely a good sign here as prices are continuing to move up and up and up. And there's going to be an interesting movement here. Either we're going to start to trend like this inside here and continue to move, yada, 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 or we're going to play it more like a ascending triangle and start to fill in the gap here. We'll see how this works. Ideally, I think the pattern that we're really looking for is it's going to move off the moving average. So if we were to send this out, scale this moving average out here, these two lines, just for you guys to reference, I would think the price, which clearly has been retesting that moving average on the daily on numerous attempts here, I think more so is going to bounce off that And if we're able to break through that moving average to the upside here, then I expect to see a pretty substantial run to the upside. If we can break through at any point this moving average, if that happens. Otherwise, we have to spend a close bit of time focusing on this uptrend here. If we manage to close below the daily, below the uptrend here, then we can buy in for a short with expectations of a dump to 30K. As for the S&P, to wrap up today's video, you can see we're definitely more heavily reliant on the top resistance. Prices tend to be more so battling this resistance here than actually trending on its lowest point. You can clearly see there's only 1, 2, 3 points at bottom support, and there's dozens of attempts at the top resistance here, which clearly shows a more bias towards the top resistance. So we're probably going to hug this and keep hugging it. We'll probably continue to bounce off like this. It's very possible, and just scale lower and lower and lower at a more neutral level, or we could very easily see a spike. Like we've seen in the past here, prices tend to just move normally, then we saw a spike. So prices could continue to move normally like this, and then we could see another spike. It's very possible we can continue this pattern. Regardless, the direction and the trajectory of the S&P is down. So regardless, we're going to be heading lower, which regardless is a buying opportunity. There was a bearish cross. You guys have to see this. This is a negative sign. There's also a bearish cross on the Bollinger Bands, but regardless, this is a negative sign for the S&P, which is showing weakness, and correction is necessary. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I do want to talk more about RAREMINT with you guys. I want to give a huge shout out to RAREMINT for sponsoring today's episode. As with all NFT projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, RAREMINT creates NFTs that are digitally created from authentic real-world sports collectibles with access to actually over $350 million worth of sports memorabilia. They procure iconic sports assets and through a proprietary digitalization process, create a 3D photorealistic digital version that becomes the NFT. Now, every one-of-one ultra-rare NFT is an asset-backed NFT, such that the owner of the NFT is also the owner of the real sports collectibles held in custody for them in their secure wallet. Now, through an open and decentralized digital economy, RAREMINT brings to life their vision of verifiably connecting on-chain and off-chain assets. This solves the problem of limited liquidity and digital authenticity, which is facing a $1.2 trillion real-world collectible market. Now, this opens up a whole new ecosystem for physical assets with endless possibilities. Connecting the on-chain and off-chain worlds creates an environment within the collectible asset market that supports increased market liquidity, asset authentication, broad user adoption opportunities, physical asset protection, DeFi participation, plus unique and immersive content and experiences. Now, what you guys need to know is RAREMINT's marketplace is opening very soon to the public. They're entering private beta on March 15th, and the marketplace will be open to the public on March 17th this month. Now, remember, if you want to stay up to date, make sure to join their Discord community where they can welcome you and share details of all upcoming NFT drops, as well as current giveaways and play to earn games for more rewards. Now, what's interesting is rare sports memorabilia is accessed through their network of collectors and their own private inventory with price points ranging from $1,000 to $1 million USD per collectible. Now, they select pieces that represent strong market interest and deliver a unique story behind the assets themselves. And each physical asset is photographed hundreds of times in 12K resolution through their custom 3D process to capture a photorealistic display of the assets. In this process, never seen before details become viewable due to their specialized lighting technique, and once digital renderings are complete, they mint the ultra-rare one-of-one NFTs, which becomes available on their marketplace for public sale. Now, limited edition NFTs will also be available, which are commemorative of the ultra-rare one-of-one NFTs, but without ownership of the actual real-world collectible. Now, this enables a broader community to collect and own assets that would otherwise not be available, and their NFTs will be available on the Ethereum blockchain, Polygon, which can be sourced using Ethereum, credit cards, debit cards, or the Mint token. Now, once the physical assets are minted as NFTs, they're sent to their vault, a highly secure storage location where the assets are sealed and protected. And every 90 days, their vaults are publicly audited to demonstrate that your assets are safe. Now, as the ultra-rare NFT is bought and sold, the physical asset will remain vaulted, and the physical asset owner is always the person in possession of the ultra-rare NFT. But at any time, the ultra-rare asset owner can take possession of their physical assets through the redemption process. Now, the one-of-one NFT is then returned, and the asset is removed from their vault and shipped to its owner. And it's that simple. You bought it, you own it. Lastly, guys, after the marketplace launches in March, a token sale will occur, giving their community the opportunity to purchase the Mint token. So guys, for more information about the RAREMINT and their NFT marketplace, definitely make sure to check out the links in the description of today's video. Otherwise, once again, huge shout out to RAREMINT for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.